Cincinnati. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Malone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. The numbers for Mixon last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals.
And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 12.
They go play action with Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Knight, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Penny gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
On first down, Malone. Open man is Uzomah. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Off play action. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Joseph Osai in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now, Joe Mixon. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Burrow on 3rd down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. These two teams all tied after 1.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd.
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. On 3rd Push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
From midfield now, Burrow. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Knight. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A big loss there of about 7 yards on first and goal, so now it's second down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. Throwing on first down. Malone. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Joseph Osai.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Back to throw. Malone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 36. 35 yards that time on the punt. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Knight. Touchdown! A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Operating from the gun, Malone swings this out here for Cohen. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Got his man there complete to Gallup. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 41, Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. Bulldozes past him, but he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach it. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 31, Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Knight. The defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Now Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Knight. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now Cohen. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Malone. He dumps this one off to Jackson, the running back. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. Back to throw. Malone looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Play action. It's Burrow. And a throw right sideline is complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the first.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Malone. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Mixon with it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running left, it's Fournette. Ooh, with a juke. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
He's still on his feet.
123 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They think like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
To throw again. Malone finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. Shreds the tackle, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Operating from the gun. Malone over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They'd go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Scott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.